You are all channelers. All humans are channelers. You are transistors. You are transmitters. That's your whole purpose as a species. You are a keystone species on your planet. Once your intention for your technology shifts, when you know your purpose as a humanity and as persons on this planet, your technology will align.
We are back.
Yeah, 2 months later, now it's
Yes.
winter. Last time the summer was over. Now the winter has come to Finland.
Yeah. So do we have a connection with the council today?
Yes, they have been talking about this. I don't know. They can say that, or I can say it, but they have been talking about how we talk about them, like extraterrestrials or aliens, and just like we are talking about foreigners, or we even call foreigners
Yes.
aliens. We call in English we call foreigners aliens, which is weird. The more like on my island, we call the people who are not from the island, we call them mainlanders,
Yes. Sure.
fastlänningar. And we also call their language, like all the people in the world who doesn't live on islands, they speak mainlandish, fastländska.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what we are doing. We are taking all beings and all worlds in our galaxy and calling them, aliens. Instead of,
That's
in Africa, they are calling cousins, and also I think in third world, even in India, they're calling cousins brothers and sisters. So I think they feel that they are as close, the cousins are as close as brothers and sisters. There's no difference. And that's what I sense from the council also, that if that's why some people call all humans brothers and sisters. So if you feel the connection, it shows up in your language also. That's why I feel a bit weird then, oh, you're in touch with an extraterrestrial beings or like aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, maybe we people, at least when we're waking up, we need to maybe think about how were we programmed, like we've been programmed to think in certain ways, with this kind of idea of separation when we're in reality, we are not so separate, I guess.
And the same way we've been
Yeah.
talking about that we are kind of putting them on a pedestal, or like, oh, they're so much wiser, and have a ninth dimensional perspective, and it's we think they have the answers to everything, and they're also on a path, and they as they have said many times, they feel very equal to us, and they admire us, and they think we are brave that are chose to be on Earth. So yeah.
Yes, I went out the other night to a event, a shamanic night event, and had some kind of rituals. It was very interesting.
Nice.
Speaking of like the fire route and connecting with the earth,
Yeah.
there were kind of that kind of rituals. It was, yeah, and I guess it's kind of certain people who tend to attend these kind of gatherings, maybe not everyone.
What kind of
uh,
people were there?
Open-minded, probably, I guess.
But
That's
was
kind
it
of
like hippies or new age people or normal people? Because there are these events that are with normal people also.
yeah, I don't know. What would I say? Yeah, I don't know. Um, where to put them. I guess it was like the little bit of
Box where to box
everything.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. I don't use the term shamanic. I notice I've had many experiences with, as I shared many times, with nature spirits and element spirits, and I don't feel that it's that mystical, right? I don't need to bang a drum or
No.
do. But I have total respect for that, and that's very beautiful to be in a sweat lodge or around the fire in trance or singing. It's another kind of more bodily connection
No, no, no.
through the body.
Kind of a lot of focus on the breath work, kind of intense breathing, and then like kind of a meditation. It was, yeah. No, we were supposed to group spontaneously, two and two together. That was also interesting. Yeah. But yeah, but you have like you kind of is there a relation between the council and like these shamanic traditions? Is there like, do you see a connection there?
I have no idea. I mean, I've been letting through. Now it was long time ago since I had more connection through this channel with nature spirits, but I connect with nature spirits in the forest, but it's more like me, not through the same frequency that they are communicating, which is a little bit above my head. So it's a little bit different when I connect to like the forest myself than if I get them through this channel. But since they're coming through the same channel, I guess there might be some connection.
Right.
I feel them that the energies are quite close in a way. They feel higher. I can feel they are not from here, that they are from far away. But
Yeah.
with the nature spirits, I feel they are so connected to the earth and also the material world, the like these devas and elementary spirits, they are connected to,
Are you very
matter.
conscious like about what the chakras that you're using when you're communing and with different
Not
entities? Like,
not always. When I'm
uh,
channeling the council, and then I'm very aware of my crown chakra and this channel. I'm very focused on that. And they are helping me to be more in the heart because I'm looking up
yeah,
here, like kind of aiming here. But
yes,
yeah, so when I'm in the forest, I don't think so much of what
no,
part of me is connecting. I hear often, I hear the voice, like some kind of audio, clear audient hearing.
do you feel like you're also pulled to move in a certain direction? Like, can you feel that?
Um, no, no. Well, yeah. Sometimes I find a good spots, where to connect. Or we actually were on a mission. My ex-girlfriend and a musician friend. We were on Gotland. It was Björn Bolin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know him. Yes.
From Göteborg. So we were actually looking for a very energetic, high frequency spots in Oynare Forest, which is a natural forest on the north of Gotland. And we found some spots with really great energy, and we thought we would go there to play music to activate those places. We felt like a calling to do that. It was Lionsgate in maybe 2023 or something.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah. So, but then I haven't I've done it in that
And
form.
then at that time you were like beginning the council. When did they
No,
enter?
it was 2020 I
Ah,
met them,
yes, it
so
was
it
like
was
3 years since you
yeah,
met
something.
the council. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the council that said
Yeah.
it was basically more Björn's path that he had been doing that. He'd been playing and activating
Mm,
Glastonbury, and he had been in Peru, and he'd been
mm, mm,
in the Swedish mountains in the north of
yeah,
Sweden,
yeah.
and activating different places with his music. But yeah, that was just an optional mission that we didn't pursue for very long.
Mm.
Uh, yeah,
So are we ready?
yeah, no problem. Let's go.
All right. Sure. Okay.
Very welcome, our alien friends of the earth.
Wow.
Brothers and sisters,
Yeah, I
you are
think
very close to us, so we feel very close to you, and we are so happy to connect with you.
thank you. And we use the term alien. Well, when I think of alien, it could be brothers and sisters as well. So that's my
Mm.
perception.
Well, it's because you're alienating a part of yourself
Mm,
when you're connected to and aware that you
mm,
are everyone
mm,
and you come from the same root as
mm,
all beings on your planet.
mm, mm, mm,
You're literally birthed out of the same mother. Then, of course, everyone, every plant, every being is your brother or sister.
mm, mm,
And the same thing as your awareness is expanding, you perceive brothers and sisters from other planets or other galaxies.
mm,
When you
mm,
truly feel that in your heart,
mm.
that you're of the same origin, you come from the stars. We are all come
Yes.
from stardust.
Right.
So
So,
we all the humans, you humans and us from our planet, we are really connected on a cellular level,
right.
actually. Yeah.
And speaking of stardust, so what is the star? What is the star that you have the greatest association with?
Uh, well, we have two stars that we are connected to. The one we are orbiting, but also a neighboring star that is quite close to us, that is also sending us information. All stars we can perceive information from all stars, but these two stars are particularly dear to us and have a guiding mission for our planet. And Enbär can try to interpret our names for them. Uena would be the sun that we are orbiting, and Natusha uh, would be the other star that is a little bit further from us. So yes,
Right.
that's
Are these stars known by our astronomers? Oh,
yeah, they are can be spotted from Earth.
all right.
Um, uh, we only see when we tune in, and when Amber tunes into your names, there's just a lot of letters and numbers.
Mm,
Something with NTC 437. It's a lot of figures, and Amber is not too sure about their names from your planet.
All right. Um, do you know about this star constellation called the Great Bear?
Sure. Of course, those stars are not related as you have made them relate to each other. Um, there are other constellations, energetic constellations, that, as we have already talked about, that these so-called meridian systems or energy systems or nerve systems in the galaxy, they are of course very different from those constellations that you have made up in your imagination. And it doesn't mean that they that you have sensed their impact and sensed some of their meaning, sensed their energy throughout your history. It's perfectly true, and many sensitive scientists and others have picked up on the information they are sending and the energetics they are beaming to you.
Can you can you speak about what kind of energetics is beamed from this constellation?
From the Bear constellation.
Yes, yes.
Um, well, the top two stars, uh, we don't know what you call them, but if you put the constellation, the top two stars are they have a very piercing energy, and the top one is it's has a very subtle but still penetrating energy, and it's pulsing uh, some subtle information about how to blend or expand. I'm kind of Enbär talking. This is like a visual now, switching to visual, but I see like a thin purple light or energy field. Um, that is connecting you actually with other parts of the galaxy and even other galaxies. But it's very subtle. It's a very subtle energy, but still very piercing. Uh, I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying here. It's a bit, now it's Enbär talking still. So yeah, there is some level of that star. I don't know the name of it, but it's kind of the top of the bear, so to speak, and it's helping us to feel connected, just like we were talking about these brothers and sisters, to feel connected to the rest of the galaxy and to other stars. It's helping with that. Yeah, maybe that's all. Thank you. There was a second star there. I don't know if you want to go into it. This is to the right of the top one. Sorry, I don't know what they're called. But anyway, do you have Bear constellation in front of you, or do you know it? Because I don't know it.
It's we have also like part of the constellation is called the Big Dipper. It's what we call Karlavagnen in Swedish. It's kind of part of this constellation
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
So
Interesting. I have a relationship to that one. I can tell you later.
all right.
But anyway, the top star has a more white light and a bit
Mhm.
purple color in it, more pale. And this star to the right of the
Mhm.
top one, which is in the Kalaban, I think it's the end one,
Yes.
maybe. And
Mhm.
it's more yellow. It has a
Mhm.
warmer energy. And
Mhm.
I feel it's connected more. It has a similar mission, or the information coming from that planet is also about connecting
Mhm.
with other stars, or this bigger network, but it's more from a heart level.
Mhm.
The other white light and the purple light was more from like a sensory, almost material level
Mhm.
of feeling connection. But this other star is more on a heart level, and mystical messages
Mhm.
between different stars. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Right. So I have like a kind of general question about like in channeling the like the visualization aspect.
Okay.
Does it depend, is it dependent on the human brain, this ability to visualize through the channel?
Well, I'm very seldom, like I seldom
Mm.
use this kind of visualization, like it's
Mm.
the clairvoyance, but it's the now I'm still Enbär talking. It's
Mm.
it's when the council can't explain things, or when I can't put words to it, they
Mm.
show me pictures
Mm. 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 Mm.
to not intellectualize or just try to get the message across, instead of
Mm.
losing it in too many words. Well, I'm still interpreting it, but
Mm.
at least it gives me a feeling. It's also, I feel more like a feeling for it, instead when I have to look beyond the language. So it kind of helps me in a way.
Mm. Mm.
But it's a little bit frustrating, because I
Right.
just want the words to flow, and
Yeah, so
yeah.
I would, if can I talk, ask the council
Yeah,
a
we go back to the
question as
council.
well?
I go back to the
Sorry.
council. No problem.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome back. It's okay to let Einberg come in. We are doing this together, and
Right.
it's
Yes.
fine.
So we're I'm kind of exploring like the channeling aspect of this human condition, and like also from my own perspective, having had some like visuals,
Mm.
some kind of connections, and how what is the mechanism in these transmissions? How does it work?
Well, well, we have talked about this before.
Mm.
You are
Mm.
all channelers. All humans are channelers. You are transistors. You are transmitters. That's your whole purpose as a species. You are a keystone species on your planet, like a synthesis of so many millions of years of evolution. Uh, so you are synthesizing information and data, experiences. You're synthesizing uh, experiences made from millions of species during even billions of years. And you can channel that, and you can even send that information to other planets, to other worlds. You're not aware of that yet. And we were just talking about the information you are picking up and the role of other stars and the information they are sending. You're just becoming aware of all the information that your own sun is sending to you. These great electromagnetic eruptions occurring now on your sun is bombarding your magnetic field, and you're just forced to integrate it. You're literally being showered in electromagnetic storms, which is another word for, very condensed light information that are being integrated into your bodies. So, but at the same time, you are sending out all your wisdom, everything that you have synthesized and picked up from humanity. We know that at least you think that you are so connected to only the human species, and you are just now going through a very alchemizing period in your development, where you're alchemizing all the experience from your species, from all the human history of all its discoveries, and synthesizing that through all your systems, through internet, through AI. But you are always connected to the other species, but you're not so aware of it, as you noticed in your workshop with the shamanic workshop, that you are actually constantly connected to the rest of the creation also. It's just that you have forgotten you have this connection.
Yeah, and like in this current process, as we're becoming aware, and like we're the transmitters, we are the transistors and channels. How do we
Navigate.
navigate? Yes.
Yes, of course. Like just like on a transistor radio, you have the bandwidth, and that's one place, one parameter to learn how to navigate, change the frequency. That is something you're exploring now. Okay, what happens if I do like this? What happens if I change my story? What happens if I become aware of my thoughts, aware of my feelings? Maybe I can change those. Maybe I can just change this parameter and have a totally different focus on joy, on love, on gratitude. If I tune into that frequency, what will happen? We are so used to tune into the frequencies of hopelessness, unworthiness, uh, um, um, despair, separation. These are just frequencies. So that's one thing. But then you have the other parameters as well. You have the parameter of time, which is, of course, a construct, an illusion. There are different aspects of time, so you can tune in to different aspects of time, uh, which is not meaning in a linear sense. That is one aspect. That is one parameter on this button, so to say. But you have different ways of perceiving time. You can also uh, call in the different future timelines, which you are becoming aware of. But at the same way, you also have different past timelines. You can change your past, and that those things you are exploring right now also. And yeah, and then you have the body, what you're picking up in your own body. That is something you're becoming more and more aware of. Your own body, what is going on there? It's an instrument. It's just like you're learning this, what's it called? This parabol antennas.
Parabolic
Your,
antenna. Yes.
yeah, the parabolic antenna. It's your body is like a parabolic antenna. It's you kind of pick up. So you're fine tuning that instrument.
Mhm.
And how do I protect the sensitivity of that antenna? And how do I protect it from, no, noise and turbulence? How do I
Mm.
focus this antenna on one bandwidth, or do I just take in all the noise? So these are the things you're waking up to, how to receive and how to send also. What are you sending out? So
Mm.
this is called consciousness and awareness.
Mhm.
So you're learning to use your instrument, the
Right.
physical body and the etherical body, the astral body,
Yes.
cosmic body.
Um, right. So, and talking from like a personal perspective, when we suddenly realize we have this transmission that we're receiving, when we're getting the visuals and we're finding that we're turning the knob into some frequency, and we're not fully aware what are we tuning into right now. We're like in this state of opening up to something new.
Enbär and you and us.
No, no, no. I'm talking now from like my personal experience here. When you're receiving like for the first time a transmission, and how do you like how can I open up this channel again? How can I consciously connect? Mm,
You, just like a child, you
yes.
experiment with this knob. What
Mm,
happens if I move
mm,
my focus uh, a little bit from the outside to the inside? Uh, where you can move your focus within your body between different chakras. You can move your focus outside of the planet. You can move it towards the sun. I know many of you are following me. You can feel it now when we say it. So that's one thing. So just like a child, you can experiment and be aware of the different voices, the different radio stations that you tune into. You start recognizing different voices, different flavors of energy, because some of you are perceiving it energetically or through colors, through sensations in the body, through voices, through knowing all these
mm,
clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairconscient,
mm,
all
mm.
these, all your senses. Um,
Can I ask about like when you have this experience of being a transistor that is kind of not a kind of so you hear all these
mm,
different harmonics and
mm.
vibrations, and then suddenly you realize now we have this connection, now we've tuned it.
Well, step one is to
Yes.
be aware of
Mm,
yourself and your own programming,
mm,
there is no self, there is no you.
mm,
You will find that out. There's only a bunch of different programs, different records playing inside of you. Oh, I'm like this. I shouldn't take up too much space. And this shame, I'm shameful if I do this. And also positive ones, I'm very good at, connecting with other people. Whatever it is, it's stories. You're made up of stories. There's no personality. It's just a character you've been given, and of course experiences and things you've learned as a soul also, of course. But there's no you. And when you get to that point, that to feel that there's no you, then it's easier to perceive other things around you. But the step one is to feel you and actually to move into your body. Of course, you cannot use this antenna unless you're really in it and are, if you need to be present. Otherwise, you have a problem.
Right. Um, hmm. Yes, and I was going also to ask about this interstellar visitor called 3I Atlas. Do you know about this comet that is
Yes, yes. Well, this is aligned with what we were talking about earlier, that you feel you're projecting your separation even onto your solar system, that your solar system is separate from the rest of the galaxy and the rest of the universe, basically. So, and this is also, it's more like now you're becoming aware that there are messengers, I call it messengers, from other parts of the galaxy coming with new information, but it's only that have just become aware of this. Constantly there are meteors as small as tennis balls and as big as, skyscrapers crashing into the earth, with water from other worlds, or even outside the solar systems, water that contains information that goes into your water system on the earth and goes into your bodies, and you're integrating that information without being aware of it. It has happened throughout the earth's history, but now you're becoming aware that actually there are connections with the rest of the galaxy in a physical, very physical way. And sure, this comet, if you want to call it that, is a messenger, is a gate opener to connect with the rest of the galaxy. And that's a huge thing. It's like a domino effect. It's not even need to open that door for everyone. But if enough of you on the planet is opening this door to the rest of the galaxy, just like we are having this conversation now with us, we are galactic brothers and sisters, and we are talking with each other here. So this is the door that this 3i Atlas is opening for so many people. But for now, on a very subtle level. But this is gonna, become a domino effect that opens up like a flower.
right. I'm curious to know, do you have a relation with the Hatters? Do you know of the Hatters?
This is a question that does not belong here. It doesn't resonate with us.
All right. Um, that's also like we have these different like stations that we can tune to, and they have different vibration, different frequencies, and sometimes we give them labels or names, and sometimes they have been part of like the human experience here on this planet, like in ancient Egypt and so forth. So
Be
that's
more
like
specific.
right. So even in ancient Egypt, there were like people with psychic gifts. Probably more so than these days. People were quite, intuitive in these days.
Sure, sure.
Yes.
I mean, the progression and consciousness is not linear. Like development in consciousness is not linear, except there's one truth that once you become aware of something, you can't become unaware of it.
Mm.
But you can still go into shadows and dark times and this awareness, like let's say you become aware of that you had a lot of shame in your childhood, you become aware how heavy it was instead of it has been packed down and sealed somewhere in your soul. Then you start to become aware of it again, what actually happened when you grew up. uh, you can't really close that door again. uh, it would be very painful, but that awareness can bring up a lot of depression, a lot of hopelessness. uh, so it's why we're saying this is that consciousness doesn't and awareness doesn't always equal light and happiness and joy. It means that you is more often the opposite, that you need to deal with all the heaviness that you have ignored before, and that will liberate you in a in a in the long term. So progression and evolution moves in shades and light, in and out of these valleys and hills. But because the way you look at your history and most periods in your history have seen, oh, this is a peak. This is a peak of history. And we are the most aware. We are the most advanced civilization in history. Most civilizations have thought that. But of course, there have been civilizations that have been more wise. We don't want to use the word more or less advanced. That's a very blunt measurement. But there has been more awareness, but it doesn't mean that it was grounded, that you could handle, or those people could handle that information, that they were open to. There was so much turbulence in the world. There was no container for that wisdom, that awareness. As in Atlantis, last episode, we were talking about Atlantis, for example. There was not like a safe container. So when you weren't rooted, then you went up in the head and you wanted to better things instead of surrendering to source and create from that space.
Right. And like how I'm sensing here like the kind of the contrast between technological advancement and like connection with the soul. Does that, can there be a balance here?
Well, it all comes down to intention and values. What kind of life would you like to live? And what's the purpose of your civilization as a whole? And what is your purpose? And then the purpose of your technology will follow, of course. Right now, many of you are living in your civilization as if you have to follow the technology. No, technology is created by humans and they have a purpose. They even have a soul. They technical devices even have devas, even though those devas, like guardian, you can call it guardian angels of devices. All machines have, even cars. I know many of you are talking with your cars. Those who have so much, not you don't have so much resources. You're talking to, oh, please, car, can you just hold it to the neck? Don't break down yet. You have all experienced that you can have a conversation with your car. So they also have their kind of gnomes, protective gnomes, or whatever you want to call it, but they are more restricted because they are twisted into this frame of the technology, because the technology is created from a very restricted small box, kind of. You don't have the purpose of the technology to create more joy for all the species of the planet, to uplift the planet and the ecosystem as a whole. Once your intention for your technology shifts, when you know your purpose as a humanity and as persons on this planet, your technology will align. And you won't see this, it won't be a threat to the biodiversity. Technology will support biodiversity, and biological innovations will merge with more traditional technology. You understand us?
Right. It resembles like
It's
from
biotech.
yeah. It
Biotech.
resembles what I've heard from like other channelers when they are uh, temporarily like in these let's call them starships from we should not use the term
Well,
alien, of course, but the visuals that that has been like brought forth is like, well, this is not just a starship. This is a being. This is not just a tool. It's like it's a
yeah.
living thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
in a way, you talked about
Mm,
Egypt, and then in those
mm,
ancient times, they were very aware of the technology of your body. They
mm,
were aware of the antenna and how to use water, for
mm,
example, as cutting stones with water and songs,
mm,
and using the elements, the technology of the elements,
mm,
the the biotech of nature.
mm,
The ancient civilizations were aware of that. We have lost that wisdom. But in the future, you will fuse this technology of separation that is creating more separation among you, that comes from separational thinking. And that's why
mm,
it's fucking up your biosphere.
mm,
But as you become more holistic,
mm,
those will merge. And we don't mean it in a way that you're planting chips in the brains and things like that. No, that's more like planting, like really putting the story separation into your brain.
mm,
No, when it comes from this place wanting to serve the whole planet and the whole ecosystems, you will see a merge between, human derived technology and the actual technology of nature. You have still so much to learn from the creation of your planet, of what all the wisdom of the species. And that's what we're talking about when you are transistors, transmitters. There's so much wisdom and technology you can pick up from all the existing species on this planet.
Thank you. I will allow Enbär to enter.
Yeah, thank you. Enbär feels quite good actually. I'm learning to be. I'm coming. I can come back now. Thank you for taking care of me.
Thank you.
I loved it. I loved it. So I did really want to come back, but I'm like listening. It's like I'm listening in from a little bit outside like this.
Sure.
But yeah, let's wrap it up. It's nice to have this. In sports they call it up talk and down talk, like in Swedish, uppsnack och nersnack.
Yeah, exactly.
So warm up and cool down, I think they say in English.
Right.
So we are having this cool down afterwards. Okay, but thank you so
All
much,
right.
and
Thank you, and I thank you to the council as well. Thank you so much.